Dear students, welcome to this class on online libraries. It is a portion included in the fifth module of your informatics paper for the fifth semester BA English program. Online libraries. Just when the world was struck by the COVID-19 pandemic and almost the whole of the world was confined to a lockdown, many prestigious universities opened their paid digital libraries, and few other libraries enabled free access of their digital content for the general public. This was a welcome news, especially for the higher education sector. This helped students, faculties, and research scholars to keep in tune with their research work. This shows the extent to which libraries have gone digital and online. This is also a signpost to the path of higher education in the future. Now, forget about paid online libraries. There are many open online libraries that you can use free of cost. All said, let's now look at what an online library is. But before that, we shall define a traditional library that you're already familiar with. Just think of a college library or the department library. You may also think about the local libraries near your house. How would you define them? A library in general is a room or a building where you can find a collection of sources, resources, and services. In common usage, by library, we understand a place with a collection of books, newspapers, magazines, and journals. But there are academic libraries, general libraries, special libraries, children's libraries, research libraries, lending libraries, and various other type of libraries. This list goes on. Now, based on the use of technology, library could be broadly divided into traditional libraries and digital libraries. Digital libraries are similar to traditional libraries, but in digitized text formats. So it's sort of the same content that you have in the traditional libraries that you find in digital libraries, but the format will be different. It will be in a digital library, you'll find digitized text formats. When such digital libraries, could be used online using internet or intranet, those are called online libraries. Online libraries then could be said as digital libraries accessible through online connectivity. Online libraries provide access to information in various formats and from multiple sources, extending beyond the walls of physical libraries. Online libraries use the same pattern of cataloging employed in physical libraries, with more possible ways of accessing content. While a digital library is a form of a traditional library, an online library is a technologically upgraded version of the traditional library. Due to the information explosion and technological overdose, most of the traditional libraries are upgrading to digital and then finally to online libraries. The changing patterns of education and employment demands more online libraries. Most online libraries, including those affiliated to special institutions, have links to other libraries and information resources. This defines the knowledge pattern of our times as well as its work culture. Now, every online library essentially requires four components. The first one is a collection of digital resources, and these resources vary from text, graphics, images, audio, video, catalogs, etc. The second requirement is a solid technological infrastructure. This infrastructure should have facilities of computing, storage, communication, and multimedia networks, including internet, web portal, etc. The third requirement of an online library is experience and expertise in dealing with the online library mechanism. It includes knowledge, skill, and competency of practitioners to operate, manage, and maintain the online system. The final requirement is the facility of online services. It includes integrated access, online retrieval, online delivery, and resource sharing. The internet is full of online libraries, both paid and free ones. The basic advantages of online libraries are as follows. Online libraries help the user in transcending the boundaries and limitations of time and space. These libraries could be accessed from anywhere and at any time, abiding to the rules of the library. This facility of online libraries befits the demands of New Age knowledge culture. Access to multiple data is another advantage of online libraries. In online libraries, information retrieval is far easier and convenient when compared to that of traditional libraries. Ease of access is another foremost definition of an online library. When compared to the traditional libraries that consume lots of physical spaces, online libraries are very compact and require very less space. The maintenance cost of online libraries is lesser due to lesser number of employees required. Preservation of resources is another advantage of online libraries. In traditional physical libraries, there might be losses of resources due to the ravages of time. But in an online library, if the software doesn't undergo any error, the resources could be preserved for pretty long periods of time. Now, online libraries are not only about advantages, there are many disadvantages of online libraries as well. Foremost among these disadvantages is that many of the online libraries violate copyright laws, which is a criminal offense. For large online libraries, it will be a huge task to manage the system. And as I said earlier, if an error occurs in the software, then the whole data will be at risk. A small error can destroy the whole library. The increase in the number of systems also results in the decrease of the speed of access. That is another major drawback of online libraries. This demands the availability of high bandwidth internet connection. Another disadvantage of online libraries is the huge cost of initial investment. The system, the software, the management system mechanism as such requires great amount of investment, initial investment. In spite of all these disadvantages, online library is the phase of new age knowledge building. You as students will require to extend your academic research beyond traditional boundaries. Online libraries are your solution for that. Some of the major online libraries are Project Gutenberg, the Open Library, the Internet Public Library, National Science Digital Library, Digital Library of India, LibriVox, the Internet Archives, etc. The list can keep going on and on endlessly through across a period of time, but we only need to know few major online libraries. I have posted the links to some of these and few other online libraries in our Google Classroom. Do visit these online libraries and use them for your studies. I shall also provide you with links to websites that have exhaustive lists of online libraries. Living in a fast paced world where changes are happening in unprecedented patterns in the coming years, we might witness more online libraries, or perhaps libraries might get altogether new faces, like the sudden change in phase of our whole higher education system. Online libraries would go on to become more hybrid in the coming years. We don't know how the change of format that is going to take over libraries as such. Anyway, start using it and get it for your studies. Employ it in a better way for your studies. Now, this audio lecture will be followed by a video where I'll show you some of the online libraries and explain how to use them. Thank you.